What excites you about Malaka?
Oh, he's a good-looking man. Cheeky.
Yeah, I think Muller's doing really well. He's asking when he needs a bit of help. He's asking Conrad, so he's getting the best out of the people in the environment, getting the best out of the coaches.
You know, before we leave in the change room or something like that, just go around. Everyone gives everyone handshakes and says good luck, and just say congratulations, enjoy yourself.
It means everything, for me, and it's huge for me and my family, as most of them are coming to watch this weekend.
Coming from the islands, I guess you just get that natural humbleness from them, and they're so quiet. But once they cross that white line, they sort of change. They go from being this kind of quiet person to just sort of comes alive. And I wouldn't say he comes alive with his voice, but through his actions, he's just it's pretty awesome to see. And in the Highlanders, we always get pretty. We always watch his runs and stuff because, you see someone like that, there could be a wall in front of them and they still get past the game line, they still keep their legs pumping and stuff like that. So it's key for us, and it's been key for us this year in the Highlanders. And, I'm just pumped to see him get a shot for us. And, as we all seen some of the runs he can do, it's if he gets his one-on-one opportunities that the All Blacks should give him, because, hopefully we have the threats across the park that, if they jam in on Muller, then we give it to someone else. So it's exciting to see.
Just want to get out there and do my job.
I've had a front row seat at seeing him progress, and I think just his attitude, right from the get-go with the Highlanders, he was, we called him Hundy, because everything he did was sort of 100%, even when things weren't required to be 100%, he'd just give it his all. So I think he just goes out there and just puts everything out on the field. He enjoys what he does, which you can see from watching.
And he's a good rugby player. He's a fast learner, and it means something to him. And when you get a good athlete who really cares about what he does, then you've got something you can work with.
They always tell us to think of the process first instead of the what's there, and I just work weekly and try to get in the team first and do the little things right.
He doesn't have to do anything different. That's what they always drive. Don't try to be an All Black, just try to be the guy you were. They got you picked, and I think that always helps you. And the excitement levels that we have, and the nerves and the excitement. It's a real good thing, and I'm excited for him, and I think we all are. New Zealand are probably all pretty excited to see what he can do with the ball in hand.
It's a big shoe to fill, and I'm excited to. It's a huge challenge to get out there, and also to being there with Mata. I've learned a lot. This weekend I've prepared well, and hopefully do the job.
We're excited about the opportunity to get to Hamilton and get up there and play this third test. It's a huge game for us, obviously, at the end of a long, hard season, but the boys have been brilliant in training and lifted by that Crusaders performance as well. So really looking forward to it, and we'll definitely be ready come Saturday. We don't see this third game as any form of dead rubber whatsoever. It's a hugely important game for us and for New Zealand. I'm sure they want to build momentum going into the Rugby Championship, and obviously we want to finish the season strongly. And we've had a great season all round, really, and we've been close in these two games. We want to get that win, which means that we can go into our next game against New Zealand in November, in a strong position. In the first test, that last 5 minutes really, where we probably didn't manage the game in the right areas of the field, and obviously that period at the start of the second half, again down to game management, and that's what we're going to need to get right to deliver the win on Saturday, without a doubt. It's all about in the heat of the battle making good, clear decisions under pressure, and as you said, we are allowed some momentum to build, particularly in that middle third, but we've also talked a lot about the huge positives and the way we played in the first half, the pressure we put on them at the set piece, the start we had, and also where we finished the game as well. So it's making sure you address. I'm sure the All Blacks do the same. You address the areas that you think you can improve on, and you build on your positives. We were in a very similar position in South Africa 2 years ago after the World Cup. We went on tour and we lost 2 test matches, the second one quite narrowly. We were pushing hard in the last 15 minutes, and And then we played the third test in Port Elizabeth, and we really dug in and produced a very strong performance. So it enables everyone to finish the tour on a positive note and reflect on all the hard work everyone's done this season. Because from an England point of view, we've had a good season.
Stuart, what do you make of Conrad Smith's replacement, another guy 52? Have you seen much of him?
Yeah, I've seen a bit of him through the Super 15 season, and obviously exciting prospect. He's sometimes you've got to put guys in who've been playing well for their club teams, and he seems to be the guy on form. So it'll be a great matchup with him against Manu, I'm sure. It will be judged ultimately by the scoreline on Saturday, without a doubt. And that's why it's important we put in a high quality performance, because we desperately want to get that win. Obviously, we'll judge the tour we'll be measured by results, and we'll judge it by the results, but we'll also judge it by the knowledge and the experience that we've learnt about our individual players. So the ability for us to learn who can and who can't deliver at the highest level has been absolutely invaluable for us. You can watch as many DVDs and games as you like, but until you actually get hands-on coaching players week in, week out, it's only then you really learn the true strengths of individuals. And that, for me, is the most invaluable part of the tour, because that's what we need to know leading into a World Cup. For me, the tour has been a fantastic experience. I think for a coaching team, but not just the coaches, the players, to take 47 players here and play, the games we had. Obviously, we had the scheduling issues to start with, which meant we've had this wider group of players. But it's been a brilliant tour, and I think the Crusaders game for us was a real bonus to have that game in. And if we could have engineered it, we would have liked another midweek game as well, because we rarely come to New Zealand on a 3-test series. So it's been a great experience all around, really, for us.
Corey, last week after the test you tweeted, "I forgot to pack my hands." Yeah. Have you packed them already for Saturday night?
Yeah, well, I haven't dropped the ball this week, and saying that I didn't drop a ball last week. It was disappointing to turn the ball over. I had some lazy carries where I ran into the one holding the ball one-handed and they targeted it and ripped it out. So that was a learning from last week. So it's disappointing to drop the ball. I looked at my whole game. If I didn't drop the ball, I didn't really play that bad. I got told to bring the energy, and I was flying around everywhere. I was at halfback a few times. I was at first five, and so after half time, I cleared myself a little bit more and started to play a little bit more rugby and back myself. So it was disappointing to drop all those balls, but there's still a plus.
I just want him to trust himself. I think he's just trying too hard. We've had a bit of a chat about that. He's come back from that ankle injury, and he just hasn't been the Corey Jane that we know he can be. And there's nothing wrong with his ankle. It's just him feeling a bit of that pressure, and we've tried to alleviate that for him and clear his head and just go out and play and really enjoy himself and be the athlete that we know he can be.
I think he's looking forward to this weekend. It's a big challenge to face the English 3 times in a row. So we're looking forward to getting out there Saturday. And I think CJ just wants to go out there and just play with confidence and as a back three.
If you're a player that goes around and cleans rucks, and you're really good at cleaning rucks and do all that kind of stuff, then I guess you don't get seen as much as the guy that can make things happen out of nothing. And then if you don't make things happen out of nothing, you're all of a sudden horrible at rugby. So we all know that kind of stuff. That's part of the job. But I can tell you, I'm not done. Well, I got told to bring the energy and excitement, and I guess I took it the wrong way. Where I was trying to fly around everywhere and do everyone else's job. Where I've had times in the All Blacks where I've got the ball twice, but I made those 2 times count, and that's what it is. It's not trying to be in everyone else's position and try and do everyone else's job, because it's not how we work. Everyone in this team does their job. So I just need to go back and make sure that when something involves me, whether it's a kill chase or a move, that I do that with excitement and a lot of energy and make that count. So that's the plan.